Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. In this video I want to show you how you can take just a regular pull-on shirt and turn it into a jacket. I thrifted this shirt a while back and it's a little tight around the bust area, so I thought I would just put a zipper in it and wear it open as a jacket. Now there's a couple different zippers that you can get. You can get a polyester zipper like this one, or a zipper that has the metal teeth like this one. Either way, you need to make sure that the zipper is a separating zipper, and get something that is the length of the front of your shirt. It's better to go too long than too short. The one I'm using here, both of them are longer than what my shirt actually is, so I'll show you how you can fix that. Now this one I'm using is actually lined. I know most pullovers are not, so it's just as easy to do it lined. There's just an extra step. So the first thing you want to do is fold your shirt in half, matching the side seams and the shoulder seams. So that way you get a nice center fold for your shirt. Make sure it's nice and flat and straight, and then you will just take your fabric scissors and you will cut the shirt in half right up the fold of the front. So in this, the fold is right there at the bottom of your screen. That's the front of the shirt, and then the back of the shirt and the sleeve is at the top of your screen there. So just simply cut up the front. Now if whatever fabric your shirt's made out of, if it does unravel, you can go and finish the edge with a serger or a zigzag stitch or something like that. I'm not going to do that for this one. And you just see mine has 4 layers because it has a lining. Yours would normally, just a regular pullover like a sweatshirt or something would only have just the 2 layers. So if you're undecided like I was on which zipper to use, now's the time to figure that out. I decided to go ahead and go with the polyester zipper. Take it out of the package if it's in one or whatever, and we are going to get started attaching the zipper to the front of your shirt. This is super easy to do, just requires a straight stitch. So it's very beginner friendly. Again, you could do this with glue instead of stitching if you wanted a no-sew project. But what you want to do is take the bottom of your zipper with the little zipper tab like this metal one here. Flip your zipper over so that the right side of the zipper is on the right side of your fabric, and then match the bottom of your zipper to the bottom edge of your shirt. You want to make sure that the clean finish hem or the ribbing or whatever is on the bottom of your shirt is nice and flush and even with the bottom of your zipper. On mine, because it's lined, I matched the bottom edge of the outside fabric. Then you just want to very carefully pin your zipper to your top, matching the edge of the zipper to the raw edge of your fabric. And again, your zipper is down with the right side of the zipper facing the right side of the fabric. And you're just going to pin this all the way up to the top. Be careful and do not stretch your material. If you're using it maybe like a sweatshirt or a t-shirt or something that stretches, you want to make sure that your fabric is taut and flat and not stretchy. Once you get to the top, you see my zipper is actually longer than my shirt. That's fine. You're just going to pin it. You will sew all the way up to the edge of the right side of your fabric. You don't sew through the edge all the way to the top of the zipper, just to where the fabric ends. So you will need a zipper foot. Should look similar to this. Usually they come with every machine, but you will need to attach the zipper foot to your sewing machine, and the zipper foot allows you to sew closely to the zipper teeth. And you're going to want to do a straight stitch starting at the bottom through the center all the way up to the top. So the center between the zipper teeth and the edge of the zipper, like this. Just sew it from the bottom to the top. Make sure you backtrack on the both ends, and then when you flip it over, you'll have a nice clean edge. Now to do the other side, I'm simply turning my garment inside out, and again you're going to match the other bottom of the fabric to the bottom edge of the zipper. You want to make sure that not only the fabric lines up, but also the zipper lines up. You don't want something that once you sew it in, the zippers and the fabric's going to be all askew and at an angle. So make sure that everything lines up nice and evenly, and pin it. And then to do the second side, once you pin the bottom, you're going to go all the way up to the top, and you're going to do the same thing and match the tops. You want to make sure that the top of your zipper is in the same spot on both sides. So where the top edge of your fabric meets the zipper, you're going to put a little pin on the opposite side of the zipper. So it kind of makes a straight line going across. And then you will match the top edge of the other side to that pin. And so once you sew it in, everything should line up. So once you have your bottom and your top pinned, then you can go back and pin the rest of your zipper in place with the edge of your zipper matching the edge of your fabric. Now you'll notice I'm only sewing through the outside layer. I'm not sewing through the lining at this point. If it is lined, you can choose to sew both together. I'm choosing to do mine separately. So here you have both sides of your zipper are sewn in, matches at the bottom, and then you're going to flip your shirt inside out. Double check that it matches well at the bottom. Now you can top stitch your zipper in place by just doing a straight stitch. I am not going to do that on this fabric, but you can do that, and sometimes that will hold the kind of the fabric really clean and snug next to your zipper. So now to finish the top of the zipper, you're going to open your zipper all the way up and then make an L or a 90-degree angle with the leftover zipper tape at the top. So you'll see right where I stopped stitching, right where the edge of the fabric is, I just folded over that top at a 90-degree angle, and I'm just going to sew it down. I'll pin it down first, and then I'll just do some straight stitching right over the edge to hold it in place. Now if your zipper is the right size, you don't really have to do this. You could just do it with that little extra piece of tab at the very top. If your zipper is too long like mine, then it's okay to actually fold over some of the teeth as well. I zipped mine back up just to make sure that everything looked nice and even at the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and sew, and then I'll snip off that extra zipper that's on the inside. So you see it looks nice and clean at the top. And again, if you want a top stitch, you can go ahead. Like I showed you on this one right here, I've top stitched the edge of that zipper. You can also finish the edge on the inside, sew down some bias tape or some ribbon or something like that to hide the raw edges. But on mine, I'll show you quickly how I just hand sewed the lining down. So I'm just going to unzip my zipper, and then I will just fold over the lining, and it kind of does it for you a little bit at the bottom of the top since wherever you've sewn. So whatever that little seam allowance was, the amount that kind of flips over, I'm just going to fold that over and then just pin it in place to the zipper. It should pin right along your stitching line. Now, I know in black it's hard to see in the video, but you're just going to pin that fold right along the edge of your zipper. And then again, you can either top stitch it into place, or like I'm going to do, because I'm not top stitching, I'm just going to whip stitch it into place. And this way it hides all of that raw edge. Usually it's only about 1/4 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch seam allowance when you're sewing a zipper like this. So again, I'm just going to do a little blind stitch or a whip stitch and just tack the lining to the zipper. Again, if you were going to top stitch your little jacket and you had a lining, you could definitely just top stitch through everything, and it would catch the lining in there. So I'm just going to sew the whole thing down, knot it off at the bottom, and this is how it turned out. I think it's going to be great for some holiday parties, and it's a great way to use